Welcome back for another DirecTV powered episode of the Ultimate Guest Experience miniseries. Thank you, DirecTV. Let's do this. We are turning up the heat with our guest brand that's making waves with its bold flavors and rapid expansion. Please welcome our friend Mike LaRue, Vice President of Franchise Development at Angry Chickz and a franchisee of Angry Chickz.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I am loving this Angry Chickz. Jimmy, they are all over the place. I mean, I got to tell you, I don't know what's making these chicks angry. I don't know what's going on, but
you take that sentence out of context. Take that last cup out of context.
Angry
Chicks. You know,
Chicks?
making these chicks angry, you said.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I got to tell you, Angry Chicks, you see it everywhere. Everyone's loving this Angry Chicks. So you know what you got to say to yourself, Jimmy? Because I know you're gunning for Mike LaRue's job.
I'm gunning.
You're gunning for this job, and you're saying, Schatzzy, how do I become Mike LaRue? How do I get that job? Right?
How does one become?
You want to knock him off his?
That's what I work for. I'm going to be on my best behavior.
You're going to take his job, and we're going to tell you how. Okay, first of all,
teamwork
Jimmy,
makes the dream work.
I think you got a shot. You know why?
Why?
Because you know what? Mike played baseball. And who else played baseball?
I played baseball.
That's right. You played double-A baseball, right?
I would have, but I had a disagreement with my coach.
Yeah, you did. What was your problem with your coach?
I thought I was good. And he said, "Jimmy, you're not."
Yeah, but that
was it.
But you like baseball.
I did like baseball.
Well, I got to tell you,
my coach
Mike
said, "Go buy
LaRue
tickets.
Not only liked
Watch
baseball,
the game."
He played double-A baseball. Okay, got a little economics, business background in college. You know what I mean? Big sports fan. Okay. Goes to Nashville a lot. Travels to Nashville a lot. We don't really understand why he goes to Nashville a lot, but he's in Nashville a lot, right? And that's where he really enjoyed the whole the angry hot, that whole thing.
Hot chicken trend.
He gets into, I don't know, he's in construction, don't ask me why, and then he gets into the Ignite franchise group, right? Then he goes to halal guys. He's really loving the halal. He loves the halal. He becomes kosher. He may not become kosher, but he was thinking about becoming kosher. That's how much he loved halal. He's even thinking about becoming kosher. You know what I mean? He goes to Jinya Holdings. I don't even know what that is, but it didn't matter because he was only there for a very little time. And then he comes to Angry Chickz, and that's where things just explode. Am I right, Mike? Let's just bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Mike LaRue, the Vice President of Franchise Development for Angry Chickz. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Welcome, Mike LaRue.
Mike, how much did you get right? How much did Schatzberg
You played baseball, right? Did you play baseball?
I did play baseball in college. At one point, we would tell girls that we were playing double-A baseball.
Oh, this was a lie?
So, well, unless you lose someone who had a conversation with me back in college. But I lived vicariously through friends that actually made it all the way.
Oh, so you and Jimmy have a lot more in common than you thought. All right? You're not a very good baseball player, and neither was Jimmy.
And my junior year, my head coach told me I was going to be a career JV player.
By the way, my varsity coach told me I was good on JV too.
I knew you and Jimmy'd have a lot in common.
We do have something in common. He said, "No, you're good on JV. Enjoy that time."
Let's jump into it, Jimbo.
All right, listen.
We got a lot to cover.
You know, literally and figuratively, you guys were just named QSR's 40 on the 40-40 list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we talk about baseball stats: 40 steals, 40 home runs, the 40-40 club.
Yeah.
But you're one of America's hottest and fastest growing brands, and that is, there's nothing it's small or easy about that. You're growing at a blistering pace. What's the news? What's the latest and greatest from Angry Chickz, and what are you most excited about as you look towards the future of this great brand?
Well, I would say the latest and greatest. We're very authentic. Our founder has an incredible story. I always laugh.
Share this incredible story.
So,
our viewers want to know.
So he loved hot chicken. He was introduced to it in sometime in like 2018-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Started making it for himself because you couldn't find it anywhere at the time. And so he has an incredible palate. And so he started making it for himself, attempted to open a Greek restaurant in Hollywood. It didn't work out so well. Instead of closing that down, well, actually he did close it down, but instead of going back home, he decided to give this hot chicken thing a run, and now we're,
What's that? What's the name? How did we come up with Angry Chickz? Where does that come from? What's the story behind that?
Well, I'm not sure how much.
If you don't know, just make it up because I don't know.
Well, this is actually pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, we did
the original name was actually Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds, which
Oh,
everybody knows.
it sounds to me like Angry Birds.
And he got
the game
to
got sued.
through 2-3 locations, and he received a cease and desist
Sure.
quickly. But everything worked out, and it turned into Angry Chickz.
I like this name more.
I always like when you hear stories about that. So it was Angry Birds, and then clearly whoever owns Angry Birds, whatever, sued and said you can't use Angry Birds.
And how many units, how many Angry Chickz are there?
We have 28.
Awesome.
We're all corporate.
Oh,
We
awesome.
technically have one franchise location. But yeah, he's got an amazing palate, and he's very, very humble. So when he opened, it was almost like this is probably one of the best parts of his story. He opens 10 days in, the traffic's really not there. And then he shows up one morning and there's a line out the door. Well, there's an AT&T store right next to the location.
So
he thought there was like an iPhone promotion.
Yeah, right.
And they open the door, everyone starts walking in. He's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And they were there to eat. And
Oh, that's awesome.
and that just, that led to 6 months later, he opened a second location, and at one point he had 15, 16 locations, 400 plus employees, and he was HR, finance, and operations. And he thought that was normal.
I love it. I got to tell you.
But he had enough humility to understand he only knows what he knows. He brought on a consultant who's now our COO, put together an executive team, and now we're it's
You're killing it's what you are. You're
we're killing it. And I'll say this because everyone talks about comp sales. Our year over year guest comp we're up 20%, and so we still have a lot of levers that we haven't even turned on yet. So we have a pretty good runway, and what I'm most excited about. So I actually had the fortunate and blessed opportunity to jump on the franchisee side of things.
Uh-huh.
And we open our first location in Houston on the 25th of this month.
So you're not only the vice president of franchise development, you are actually a franchise owner.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I love it. I got to tell you, that says a lot. All right, let's talk about Angry Chickz is hot, right? I mean, it's the hottest brand. It's growing like crazy. Talk about the heat levels of it. I mean, there's a lot of hot chicken out there. Talk about your heat levels. You got country to angry hot.
So country, then we have a mild, we have medium, then we have a hot, X-hot, and angry hot. The popular one is the medium.
Right.
That's actually as high as I can go. I've dreamt about doing the angry hot.
How angry is the angry hot? Like, is that like a ghost pepper? Like, what is that? What's the
So
level?
actually, the ghost peppers and I believe our X-hot, the angry hot. I mean, there's Carolina Reaper. There's a bunch.
Right. Yeah, sure.
You have to sign a waiver.
Yeah, right.
Which is legit.
That's awesome.
But people, we get about 3%. I think of our customers actually get that.
Get the angry hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's, and so when you talk about the extreme challenge, let's talk a little about the extreme challenge.
Mm-hmm.
What is the extreme challenge over at Angry Chickz?
As far as like the hotness,
Yeah.
So what's cool is we actually in our new designs we created this hot seat. So we're making it an experience for the customers. And if people want to join, if they don't want to take part in the challenge and do the angry hot, they sign the waiver. They get to sit in the hot seat. And
But do they get anything special if they do it? Does anybody do it? I mean,
it's like I think if you break down from a percentage standpoint, it's probably 1,500 or so a week.
I think we're in an environment where there are all these chip challenges and pepper.
Yeah.
There's this enthusiasm for this heat, and who can take it down, and who can, who's cool about it. That was pun not intended. Cool about the hotness. But we're watching the escalation, and I have to say, I think there's something really cool about how the heat factor can play into the brand, and those who want to step in, like I'd probably be on the medium. That would be by far the highest. I'd even probably go country. Like, to me, I don't want my lips to start getting red. I don't like. I want to enjoy the whole sandwich. The heat thing is not my thing, my young daughter likes the heat too. She enjoys those chip challenges.
Yeah, and also social media, Jimbo. It's a big deal on social media, these challenges. And, I mean, I think we got to start doing some more of those, Jimmy. I think we got to get some of his hot chick. Can we get some of his Angry Chickz here? Can we get some? Yes, store around?
How far east does Angry Chickz go
We
right
actually,
now?
we have one in Glendale,
Okay.
Arizona. So
How far is that? Can I Uber it? Can I DoorDash it? How do we got to get it over here?
I don't think you can Uber for that.
Can't get it over here right now?
I don't think DoorDash will do that. I mean, they'll probably do it, but we might have to mortgage your house.
All right,
Yeah,
so we're not getting Angry Chickz. I'm starting to get hungry.
I want to talk about the entertainment aspect, and here we are, with our partners from DirecTV, and they're so into creating, the vibe, the energy, music, and TV. How do you approach the complete sensory experience at your restaurants, from the music and the visuals to what's on the TVs? What's the strategy in terms of how you're creating that sensory experience in Angry Chickz?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, the focus is on the customer. It's how do you create an experience for the customer to make them feel a certain way. And I think you start by actually how you interact and how you treat them as a guest as soon as they walk through the door. We're really working hard on trying to customize the feel in the restaurant. So, for example, we got the most interesting chicken in the world. And so...
How do I get a shirt like that?
Working on it.
You working on getting me a shirt?
By the way,
we're not going to get more because I actually need more of these. But
that's the only shirt you got?
Yeah, I actually.
you literally want to take the shirt off his back.
No, I don't want to his back, but I
dig that the most interesting chicken in the world. From Mike and me, stay interesting, my friend. Stay interesting.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So we're actually we're taking that whole theme.
Yes.
So in every location, we're opening in Houston. So we have our chickens he's an astronaut in space. And so we want to create that localized feel for the customer. And then at the end of the day, you got to win with the product.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, what strategy you guys using? I mean, you guys are expanding like crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you keep growing, keep the brand authentic, keep the food great? Now you're a franchise. You're not just the guy selling franchise. You're actually an operator. So you can really see where the problems are. So, how do you keep going like this? And how many stores do you want to get to? How many opening up? What's in the pipeline? Tell me everything.
Yeah. So right now, our corporate growth strategy is actually really aggressive, and we'll do another 6 to 8 corporate this year, probably 3 to 4 on the franchise side. But that corporate growth is going to continue to expand. And so, but prior to that growth, you have to have a supply chain strategy in place, obviously, to ensure consistency. So,
right.
Our finance team and our head of supply chain has done an incredible job with our suppliers to have a good understanding of, hey, if we go into New York or if we go into Philly or East Coast, that our COGS are going to be in line, and obviously the consistency with with the product. And so obviously maintaining that corporate growth is obviously huge. But then on the franchise side, we're very, very, very selective on who we bring in as a franchisee partner.
So Jimmy can never become a franchisee. Is that what you're saying here?
You know what? If Mike,
I seem like pretty fun.
Look, I think I'm a fun guy, but if you guys trusted me, I've never operated a restaurant. I've never run a restaurant.
Maybe it's me. They would never take Jimmy.
They might take you. You're the restaurant guy, but if they ever trusted me with their brand, I'd really ask them to rethink it. So I think I wouldn't pass. I would not qualify.
That's a bigger question there.
Yes, the bigger question there. You did. I'm the finance guy, but I'm not the restaurant guy. I want to talk about the underdog scenario.
Yeah, I like the underdog, Jimmy.
I love the underdog. I love the cartoon underdog.
Yeah, I do too.
We cheer for the underdog.
Yeah.
You're entering a space. Chicken certainly is a incredibly popular and robust protein. There's fierce competition, and yet, here you guys are not just competing but winning. Can you share a little bit about Angry Chickz has managed to stand out and create your own lane in what is a incredibly competitive and crowded space?
Yeah, so, I give Dave's Hot Chicken credit because they really carved the path on the awareness of this segment and going into new markets. Because I talk to people all the time. They say, "Oh, Nashville Hot Chicken. I've never been to Nashville before.
Right.
Next I'll try you guys." And we're not there. So for us, the biggest thing is we are very culture driven, and so when you can focus on that culture, when you can focus on treating your people a certain way, that's going to result into how they treat their customers. It's going to result in and how they take care of the food. And so really staying true and authentic to our culture and those core beliefs is something that we're staying very strong, I say very bullish on. But it's not necessarily paying attention.
I think Mike's at a loss for words, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he's at
pretty
a loss
much.
for words.
Well, right now you're winning, and I think you're doing it because you guys are authentic and intentional about what you're doing for your guests and the products you guys are selling. I will say, and this is a shout out to our partner, and really one of the great, I think, friends to not just restaurants being DirecTV, but actually once being an ally to independent restaurants. They have their business solutions that are designed to help independent restaurateurs and grow and compete with the biggest players. And it's one of the reasons we're so excited about working with DirecTV and the premium entertainment that they deliver to level the playing field, Shatsy. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Jimmy, you talk about it all the time. Look, Angry Chickz is growing like crazy. They got great food. They got a great culture. You have to have great atmosphere, and that's where, folks like DirecTV for Business are pumping in great music, great content, great entertainment, and keeping people happy, So it really is very important. And they're also great for great for the industry. They're really help the industry out. Listen, we can talk about DirecTV for Business all day, Jimmy, but we're not here to do that because we got to take a break because we're going to be right back with Name That Tune and Quickfire with Mike LaRue. So stay with us. Don't go away. We'll be right back, okay? I got to tell you, we are back and ready for action. Mike LaRue is here with us. Mike, are you ready to play a little Name That Tune?
Let's go.
Mike, do you know how to play Name That Tune? You look like a young guy. I don't think you've ever heard of this.
We'll give it a shot.
All right, here we go.
I'm terrible with remembering songs. But
I'm going to play some music, and you're going to tell me.
Can I jump in?
No, it's Mike.
Johnny Cash.
Nice. Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire.
Okay, that was a little slower than I would have hoped. Jimmy, you had that fast?
I'm a big Johnny Cash fan.
So you had that right away.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Yeah, but I think, are you doing, what's his name? Who played Johnny Cash in the movie?
Yes, I was doing the actor that played Johnny Cash.
Yeah, what was his name? Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I was doing Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix doing Johnny Cash.
Doing Johnny Cash.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't really Johnny Cash.
All right, well, Joaquin should have won an Oscar for that.
It's Jimmy doing Joaquin Phoenix doing Johnny Cash.
Yes, that's what it was.
All right, listen, Mike, you're terrible at this game, but
wasn't terrible.
He's not good. All right, let's try something.
So the first song, give him another chance.
All right, I'm going to give him another chance. All right, let me try something else, all right? Let me see what we got here. All right, let me try something else here. All right, don't look, okay?
All right, no one's looking.
You promise? Why is it not? Does it not work again? All right, hang on a second. I know what I have to do. I got to get out of this thing. There's a little problem here with this thing, but Mike, you got nothing to do right now, right?
Oh, we're good.
You sold a lot of franchises already, right?
He could have sold 4 more franchises.
Nah, he's done with the franchises. He's having.
We're slow rolling it.
Yeah,
we're in no rush.
I'm trying to get a
You'll
song
never
up
hear
here,
me
Julie.
say we're the fastest growing this or we're the hottest brand doing this.
All right, here we go.
Outside of heat levels. It's
Jimmy, know it?
I do know it, but you're bringing back some oldies for our young friend Mike LaRue. I'm just telling you.
Well, now do you know it?
Honestly,
Hot-Blooded Foreigner.
He said hot-blooded already.
Yes.
You don't know this.
no, I don't.
Julie, I think Mike might be too young for these songs. I think you're going like 80s. I think the guy wasn't even thought about in the 80s. I think he was born in like 2000.
Probably.
Mike, when were you born?
78. It's just the names like it's.
How do you not know this?
Oh wait, we don't shame guests on the.
I'm not shaming.
Podcast.
All right, I'm gonna.
I had no hearing until the mid '90s.
There we go.
Why is this not working? What is going on here?
I do like the themes of the. I like the music you've selected. I got what we're doing here.
What you?
Angry Chickz. We're about Ring of Fire, Hot Blooded.
I'm glad you know what it is.
I like it. I'm enjoying it.
I love it, Julie. I know, but I'm trying
picking up what you're throwing down.
I'm stuck on our music mix for our opening.
By the way, I like what Mike just shared. He's never going to be the you said the fastest growing or the hottest.
Yeah, we'll never be the hottest brand or the fastest growing concept, but outside of
heat.
hottest, except for the heat.
Except for the heat.
Except for the heat.
All right, here's the last one, all right?
All right. I'm ready.
All
Probably
right, Jimmy.
so easy, I'm not even gonna remember.
What's going on with this thing here? It's like broken or something. That's broken, Jimmy. Can't do anything.
ABBA.
ABBA.
Oh, okay.
ABBA.
There we go. You see?
Boom.
Mike is good. It is good. He just needed warming up.
There you go.
He needed a couple
He named
warm-up
ABBA
songs.
two notes.
They killed it. You killed it. All right. You killed it on that. You killed it on that. All right, listen. I got to tell you, you know what the whole point of this is, Jimmy? That music is, you know what? When people are hearing fun music and happy music,
Yes.
and they go into a restaurant, you know what happens?
They feel good.
And they spend more money.
Spend more money.
They spend more money, and inevitably they tell their friends how great an experience is. So that's why it's really important over the cake. Listen, let's go to game day draft, all right? We're going to play a little game day draft, all right,
All right.
Mike?
All right.
Listen, you weren't great at Name That Tune. You were good.
okay.
You were good, but you weren't great. But I feel like game day draft is something you're going to excel at.
Okay.
All right? I'm going to mention a couple of items, and you're going to tell me where you getting it from for the game day draft. For the best meal. You're going to put together the best meal for your
You're
friends,
hosting
okay?
a Super Bowl party. You got friends coming over. Where are you going to get these items from?
Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Where are you getting chicken wings from?
Chicken wings. Wingstop.
Where are you getting burgers from?
In and out.
Nice.
What's your chicken sandwich going to look like for this big game day, celebration? You got Wingstop. You got In-N-Out.
It's gonna be our slider. It's
Yes.
an Angry Chickz slider.
It's Angry,
Angry
Chickz.
Chickz.
Damn right. Thank you. That was the right answer. That was the right answer. Where are you getting French fries from?
Angry Chickz.
Angry Chickz.
Our fries
there
are
you go.
incredible, actually.
So Angry Chickz, no wings. You don't do any wings.
No.
Got it. All right. I like it. All right. There you go. Jimbo, you're not playing this, all right?
I like it.
You're not
I'll
playing
go
this.
with choices. By the way, if he didn't say Angry Chickz, I was going to say Angry Chickz.
You are?
Yes.
All right, I got to go right now. We're going to go into a quick
fire.
It's the branded quick fire Q POS edition with Mike LaRue from Angry Chickz.
I like what you just did there.
You like what I did?
I think you might have been influenced by a certain visual.
Absolutely
you
not.
Saw
Jimbo.
someone.
Nope, I didn't see anybody.
You saw
Jimbo.
someone,
I
you
just
thought
know what's
Q.
going on here.
Influencer.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Are you ready, Mike? You're stranded on a desert island, okay?
right.
It's just you and Jimmy.
Okay.
You killed Jimmy, and there's
Okay.
Wi-Fi. Jimmy's now dead, and it's just you.
But good
Okay.
news is
And
you have
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
All right, and you
All
got
right.
Wi-Fi. You got one show you can stream for like 6 years until they find you. What show you streaming?
Well, I would typically say as long as it's not Miss Rachel, Sesame Street,
Yeah, thank you, bro. You know what? Thank you for that.
or
Mike
Blue.
has two young children. He's in the throes of Disney, Nickelodeon, Miss
Oh, yeah.
Rachel.
And you know what? He's not.
Is Bluey in your household?
Bluey's in my house.
Bluey's good.
But
Bluey's
you know what?
good.
He's not on that desert island listening to
But
Bluey.
Bluey.
but here's
What is it going to be?
I'll need a laugh. So and there's enough episodes. I would probably do Family Guy.
Oh yeah, see that would keep me happy, and I'd be laughing the entire time I'm on that island. I agree with that. I like that.
Stewie.
Family Guy.
Yeah, I like that.
Classic.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to try this one more time here. All right, here we go. I got a little music now. I figured out how to work it, okay? What's the last thing you Googled?
Branded Hospitality.
What'd you come up with? You're like, what the hell am I
He
going
was
to
like,
do this
who
podcast?
invited me? What am I? I'm doing
You guys
what
are
today? Who
awesome.
booked
Did you
me
go to
here?
the new website? Did you see you go to the website?
I think it was down.
No, it's
No,
up. It's not up.
I did not.
So what'd you go? You just Googled us and you just said, yeah, they're there, and that was it? You didn't even
Yeah,
like,
just, just reading up on you guys, and
what'd you read up on?
you guys are awesome.
That's what
it's
you
very
came
nice.
up with? It said that?
Yeah.
ChatGPT
You guys are fun.
was branded. They're awesome. I like it. How do you take your bagel? It's the Mike LaRue bagel order. What is the bagel order for Mike LaRue?
Either like a blueberry toasted with like a strawberry cream cheese.
Wait.
or
A blueberry bagel?
Yeah.
Jimmy, help me here. A
It's his bagel.
blueberry
It's his
bagel.
bagel.
with strawberry cream cheese.
I'm a libertarian. He could have his bagel any way he wants it. He could have the flavored bagel.
I don't mind having any bagel you want, but a blueberry bagel, I've never heard of
It's
it.
definitely not in New York.
They don't make a blueberry bagel. That's a muffin.
No, they make blueberry bagels.
If there's blueberries in it, Jimmy, it's a muffin. It can't be a bagel with blueberries.
Okay, well then,
No, I didn't say what your favorite muffin is. I said what your favorite bagel is. It's in everything. The answer is in everything bagel.
everything bagel,
toasted
toasted cream cheese.
Thank you. Thank you. Was that so hard?
Basically, Shatsy wants you to have the bagel his way.
A blueberry bagel. I've never heard of such a thing.
We'll call this Schatzberg.
The Shatsy bagel.
Yeah. I mean, you might even go everything egg bagel with cream cheese. I know Jimmy likes a little. All right, we're getting yelled at to wrap it up. What's your favorite sauce or condiment over at Mike LaRue's house?
I'm gonna have to say the Angry Chickz sauce, or I'll take some sriracha with a little mayo and sweet chili sauce and mix that up.
And mix it all up, and then you put that on a blueberry bagel.
Actually, I haven't tried that yet.
That's good.
Well, I thought it was a muffin.
That's for you. It's a bagel. All right, listen. Challenging Jimmy or I to a hot chicken eating contest. Where are we going to do this? When are we doing this? What store should we do it in? We're in New York. What's the closest store? We're going to meet you there, and we're going to do a whole hot chicken eating contest at Angry Chickz.
Well, the closest store to New York will be in Houston. So you guys want to come down?
Jimmy, we're going to go to Houston. We'll see Steiny.
Yep.
And we're going to go to a store. Steiny will come, and we're going to do a whole contest.
Yep.
All right?
All right.
So
How hot can you go?
Who do you have better chances? Are we going quantity of chicken sandwiches or heat?
I think it's. I think. I don't know. What do you want to do?
If you go heat, I've already admitted to Mike, that's not my sport. So if we're going heat, I think he's taking me down easier.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm going country. I'm keeping.
Are you with barbecue sauce that doesn't do
What?
the barbecue?
I like barbecue.
Are you the one with barbecue?
I'm the one who doesn't like heat. So I think if we're going heat sauce, if we're going temperature, I'm gonna struggle. If we're going quantity,
Oh, we gotta wrap it up.
I think
We gotta wrap it up.
Schatzberg.
That's who
All right, listen, I got to tell you, how do we find Angry Chickz? What are you, angrychicks.com?
AngryChickz.com.
Angrychicks.com. If you want to find Mike, he answers every email. If you're looking for franchise, he's selling franchise right now. He's got development deals in many of the hottest locations, Houston, Fort Lauderdale, Northern California, and the Portland, Oregon area, all available for franchising, right?
Close.
I made most of those up, but I think those are good areas. Those are
All-
good regions. Those
all
are
California's
we got to go.
yeah.
We got to go. Wrap it up. Mike LaRue, Angry Chickz. Great to have you
Everywhere
here.
else.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Mike.
guys.
Cheers.